He nuked my career. I nuked their accounting loophole. The notification didn't sound like a catastrophe. It sounded like a soft, cheerful ping that cut through the sound of the ocean waves crashing against the stilts of our overwater bungalow. I was lying on a lounge chair, a half-empty coconut on the table next to me, watching my wife, Sarah, snorkel in the turquoise water below. It was Tuesday, February 17th. We were in Bora Bora. This was supposed to be the best week of my life. I reached for my phone, squinting against the blinding tropical sun, expecting a text from the dog sitter or maybe a push notification about the weather back home. It was an email. The preview simply read, "Notice of termination." My stomach dropped so hard I felt like the deck had collapsed beneath me. I sat up, spilling the coconut water onto my chest, ignoring the sticky coldness as I unlocked the screen with trembling fingers. From HR Department. Subject, Notice of Termination, Job Abandonment. Dear John, effective immediately, your employment with TechNova Solutions is terminated for cause. You have failed to report to work for 15 consecutive days without authorized leave. This constitutes job abandonment under Section 4.2 of the Employee Handbook. Access to company systems has been revoked. A box will be sent to your home address for the return of company property. I read it twice, then a third time. My vision blurred, the bright blue of the ocean turning into a smear of gray panic. Job abandonment. Failed to report. Unauthorized leave. John. Sarah's voice floated up from the water. Babe, look at this fish. It's neon blue. I couldn't answer. I couldn't breathe. I was 5,000 miles from home, holding a bill for a $10,000 vacation I could no longer afford, staring at the digital execution of my career. They fired me. They fired me while I was on my honeymoon. I stood up, my legs feeling like jelly, and walked into the air-conditioned bedroom. I needed to sit down before I fell down. I opened my laptop, praying that maybe, just maybe, my access hadn't been cut yet. Login failed. Account deactivated. I was locked out. I slammed the laptop shut. The sound echoed in the room like a gunshot. No, I whispered, the anger finally piercing through the shock. You don't get to do this. Not after 6 months of 80-hour weeks. Not after I played by your rules. I grabbed my phone again and scrolled back. Way back. Back to a folder in my Photos app labeled Receipts. I opened the first image. It was a screenshot of the company's job listing from 8 months ago. Perks, competitive salary, equity options, and unlimited paid time OFF. I swiped to the next image. A screenshot of the Employee Handbook, page 12. At TechNova, we trust our team. Take the time you need to recharge. There are no accrual limits and no caps on PTO duration. I swiped again. The confirmation email from the HR software, dated January 15th, request approved. John, last name, February 1st to February 21st. Status, auto-approved. I had them. I had every single piece of digital paper. But as I sat there in paradise, shaking with rage, I realized that having the proof wasn't enough. Greg, my boss, didn't care about proof. He cared about control. And he had decided to flex his muscle by nuking my livelihood while I was too far away to fight back. He thought I was stranded. He thought I was powerless. He forgot that I worked in data. And he forgot that I save everything. It started 2 months ago. I remember the Zoom call perfectly. It was a Tuesday afternoon, gray and miserable outside my home office window. Greg was on the screen, leaning back in his expensive gaming chair, wearing a vest that probably cost more than my rent. 3 weeks. Greg had laughed, a dry, dismissive sound. John, buddy, read the room. We're in a sprint cycle. I know, Greg, I said, keeping my voice steady. But I'm getting married. This is my honeymoon. I haven't taken a single day off since I started. The offer letter said unlimited PTO. Greg rolled his eyes. He leaned into the camera, his face filling the frame, his expression patronizing. John, look, unlimited is a marketing term. It doesn't mean you can actually take it. It just means we don't track the days on a ledger so we don't have to pay you out when you leave. It's a liability thing. In reality, you can take 2 days, maybe 3, but 3 weeks, that's excessive. The handbook says, take the time you need, I argued. There's no cap mentioned. I'm the cap, Greg snapped, his friendly facade dropping. We have deadlines. If you're gone for 3 weeks, who picks up the slack? Me. I don't think so. Request denied. What happens next isn't just a lawsuit. It is a dissection of a corporate scam that has been robbing employees blind for years. By the time this is over, Greg isn't going to be worried about business needs. He's going to be worried about a class action lawsuit that threatens to bankrupt the entire department. Kindly follow on screen instructions for full video.